This small RV behind me is the Wingamm Oasi 610. It features a dry bath, garage, and bunk bed so they can sleep up to 4 people in this small 20-foot RV. Today, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough inside and out of the Wingamm Oasi 610. Okay, we are inside this 20-foot RV. Now, this thing feels a lot bigger than 20 feet because of the beds, the dry bath, and everything I'm going to show you in this video. The first thing I wanted to start with today is the main drop-down bed over the living room area. So here we are. There is plenty of headspace in here in the bed. And one thing I love about what they've done here is you have this skylight that has bug and night screens. And basically you get this great view outside when you're sleeping if you leave the night shades open. There are pockets on both sides with LED reading lights and USB connections. One thing they've done a great job at is storage. So you have another cubby up here for things like devices and that while you're sleeping. And then below that are cabinets on both sides. One interesting feature of the cabinet on the driver's side is that they keep the controls for the Truma furnace and hot water heater in here. So at night, if you're sleeping and it gets really cold, you can turn up the heat or turn it down if you're too hot, because this does have great insulation. Above me, there's a skylight that opens and it has night shades and bug screens. Now I am 5'11" to give you an idea of the headspace you have in here when the bed is up. So during the day, this is your living area. These 2 front chairs flip all the way around and you have this large dining room table that will swivel and turn. There is seating for more people here, along with 2 seat belts for your additional passengers. Above the dinette, this is the cabinet I showed you from the bed. Below that is a nice big window that swings open. And again, you have bug screen, night shades, or day covers if you want them. Now in terms of night shades, there are shades that go around here. So when you're sleeping at night, you can keep the cab area open. In the galley, there is a sink with a nice faucet, little storage cubby and light, window with screens and night shades, dual induction stovetop, and in terms of battery power, this comes with 300 amps of lithium battery that can be upgraded all the way to 900 amps. Along with a 130 watt solar panel on the roof and a 2,000 or 3,000 watt pure sine inverter. There is a 96 liter fridge freezer combo, drawer with soft close, and a cabinet down below. All of these have locking handles so they don't fly open when you're driving down the road. Now let me show you my favorite feature of the 610, which is the dry bath. Now I have to remind everyone, this is a small RV and it has a dedicated shower, which is something I really haven't seen before, especially in something this size. Now this has a shower door. When not in use, it does lock. And the shower itself is impressive. So there are 2 ways to clean yourself. There is a shower wand and there is a shower head up here. The controls for that are down here. So you can select between shower head or shower wand, and then there's controls for your water pressure as well as the temperature. There is a cassette toilet. There's actually a toilet brush, which I haven't seen before. 12 volt USB connections for your devices, along with 120 outlets. and a small storage cubby. Corian sink, toothbrush holder, and more storage, along with hooks for your towels. And above me, there is another one of those skylights that operates just like the one over the bed. Now, besides the skylights, there is a 12-volt AC in here that will run off the battery system. Across from the bathroom is this nice large closet. 2 drawers, and then an access panel for some of your systems inside the camper. Now, I'd love to know, for those of you who are watching, if you have seen a small RV that's 20 foot or less that has a full bath like this one does, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what it is. Now, let me show you another impressive feature about this RV. And that is the bunk beds in the back. Now, the bottom bunk can actually be converted so you have more garage space. And I'll show you that later when we go outside. And this top bunk, it's big enough for me. I'm 5'11", so I fit across there. There is a window in the back, cubbies up top for more storage. I love this mood lighting. Along the head of the bed, there is a back panel so you can sit up, along with LED reading light and USB charging. There's also storage under the bed itself. So you have this drawer. And if you need it, you can attach a ladder here so you can easily get in and out of the bunk bed. In terms of connectivity, there is an option to get Starlink. And if you want to stream movies and stuff like that, you can get a TV that's mounted up here. In terms of all the lights in here, the switch is here. You can also control it on the Firefly system or through the app on your phone. Now, in the Firefly system, you see the fresh and gray tanks. There are dual 16-gallon gray tanks for a total of 32 gallons and a 37-gallon fresh water tank. All of the tanks in here are insulated and heated, so this is a 4-season RV. Along the side of the door, there are more cubbies on both sides, 120 outlet, and there is a screen door. Now let's go outside and check out the exterior, especially the garage, because that is a cool feature of this motorhome. One thing I've noticed about previous Wingams that I've been in is with this monocoque shell and the closed cell foam insulation that they use, this thing is extremely quiet. So here's a cutaway of the monocoque shell. This thing is solid because it's all fiberglass and you can see how thick it is. Here's that closed cell foam insulation, and this is the bonded floor, which is also insulated and has these channels for the heater. So it can pump hot air through the floor, which then becomes radiant heating because it does warm the floor. The other thing that they use are these hinges on the door, which are extremely heavy duty. And then on the door itself, you have a little trash can, but Kate and I actually like to use this for shoe storage. So when we come in the RV, we like to take our shoes off. Those go in this little bin here, and then we can grab them on our way out. And the window itself also has a night screen for privacy. This is the garage. So the bed itself, as I mentioned, can come out, and you can flip the panels up and out of the way. So we have a full-size garage in here. These are the ladders for the rear and front bed. There are also D-rings that are adjustable back here, so you can attach things. There's plenty of lights, USB charger. This particular model doesn't have it, but you can get an external shower back here. And this whole area is insulated and heated. Now, all of the external storage doors are operated using the key fob, so that's how you lock and unlock them. And when you want to open one, just push this button. There you go. This side flips up as well. Lock it in place. So at the rear, there is a drawer. This can be used to store a spare cassette toilet, or personally, the way I would use it is I would take this out, put a bunch of ice in here, and you can use this as a cooler because there is a drain at the bottom. And lastly, at the rear, there is a backup camera. Now along the driver's side, This is where you have your cassette toilet, so when you need to change it out, you just pull it out from there. A storage bay. Now, if you happen to get the base model with the propane tanks, your propane would be stored in here, but since this is the all-electric version, you can repurpose this as a storage bay. All Wingamm RVs are made in Italy and then shipped over to the US. The 610 is built on the US spec Ram ProMaster 3500 chassis with the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 gas motor. Now when you're driving down the road, the alternator is able to charge the battery pack into camper, and the whole battery system is made by Victron. One thing I think Wingamm has done a great job at is they take the monocoque shell and they mount it to the chassis, and it is a completely seamless transition from the chassis into this fiberglass shell. Down below, there's another storage bin. And above me, there is a Fiamma manual awning and an exterior LED light. Now we get to everyone's favorite subject, price. The Wingamm Oasi 610 GL starts at $209,500. Now I would love to know what you think of the 610 down in the comments below, but if you're kind of curious about the other Wingamm behind me, that is the new 690 that I will be doing a full walkthrough, and just stay tuned for that because that will be on our YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the video of the 690 coming soon. We'll see you next time. Bye.